Hiya, we did a clip about big versus small in CHISAO. I've done an applicational clip before with the Zorba music, that was quite funny. And now we're just going to cover some little pointers for you to improve your CHISAO game, yeah? Hopefully you'll find some of them useful, give you a few little gems. Okay, so one of the things we want to think about in CHISAO is the bridge. Okay, so let's have this bridge. Okay, so here's a bridge. Now, when playing CHISAO, you're only ever going to do a few things with that bridge. Okay? So keep it really simple. You're either going to pull the bridge, yeah? And that could be inside lapping as well as outside lapping. So pulling the bridge, pushing the bridge, okay? So push, pull, yeah? Or going round the bridge, traversing the bridge, okay? Or even going through the bridge. Okay, so push, pull, go around, go through. So if you think about those ideas when you're rolling with someone. Now, you see, I'm at Chun lineage. Now, in our lineage, there's a lot of technique. Okay, other people will say, well, you know what? Function, let function rule, which is correct also. I know the Wang Shenlun guys are very keen on striking and keep making striking the master, which is great. Absolutely right. If I've got a bridge, if I'm rolling with someone and I can just power through that line, or whatever I'm doing, punch straight through that line, that's great. Don't use too much technique when it's not needed, that's fine. And there'll be lots of debate about the bong sao, because the bong sao is up, but really we want to be developing down elbows, driving through. Okay, but seeing as CHISAO is a platform that includes the bong, and why not play with some of those bong elements? Often what I see is this. When a person tries to use the bong element, they will drop this hand out here, and if this guy has got a loss of contact rush in, he should be hitting me. So if I try to apply a bong lap fact, for example, he hit me because he's hitting me on the half beat and I'm hitting him on 2 beats. Okay, so develop what you need to make that work. So for example, with a bong sao, and this isn't the best of techniques, there are much better techniques than bong sao, but on this particular one, when I make my bong, I let my hand drop to cover his low hand. So in effect, I've got 2 hands for 1. That way, when he goes for the low strike on me, I can feed him away from me with the bong that's dropped. So 2 hands for 1. That's one of the things we're going to talk about. Okay, when trying to develop your game of CHISAO, get 2 hands for 1. What does that mean? Here's another example. I apply pressure on my foot sao and he comes forward with his tan on this hand. I'm trying to get him to extend this triangle here, overextend it. By getting him to overextend it, I can then use my bong hand to whip round and get 2 hands for 1. Okay? Another example of 2 hands for 1. That's what we mean when we say 2 hands for 1. Because that's one element of CHISAO that you can improve with. The other element of CHISAO that you need to understand is how to reuse. A boxer will jab, jab, and then do a cross punch. So jab, jab, cross, or he might be uppercutting and hooking. Okay, he's only got a few tools he's going to use. Okay, but we want to get away from this idea of left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Sometimes it's okay to use left, left. Because, believe it or not, if I manage to score on Andy, what's the closest weapon I've got to him right now is the hand that's already hit him. So it's okay to reuse the same hand. It's okay to reuse the same hand. So that's another idea to think about. Reusing the same hand. Another little tip in CHISAO is to get an understanding that your arm isn't just a fist. Okay? I look at it like it's got a ball and chain. It's like a ball and chain with 3 balls. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. It's like a three-headed mace. Now, I like to use that analogy because if I manage to score on my partner, bang, with the fist, then I should immediately be able to use the elbow. If I found the gap and I filled it, then I need to start to get used to going, yeah, dragon head, dragon tail, reusing and using more than one weapon on the same hand. Okay? So get into the habit of using dragon head, dragon tail. It's a really useful tool to use, especially when you're trying to get round a bridge. Okay? So, multiple weapons, reuse the hand. Another one of my favourites on loss of contact rush in. Any time that Andy goes to pull a technique on me, and I feel a gap, I fill the void. I ask the question. Okay, so make sure you're doing that. Okay. I'm going to give you a kind of analogy. The left side of the brain, for example, is working the right side of your body, and the right side the left side. So when we're playing with CHISAO, okay, we might be doing changes on one side. Okay, now while his brain is dealing with what's going on over on this side, on my left side, doing the changes, I should be attacking on the right. Because I'm trying to confuse his brain. I'm trying to say, what's going on over here while this is going on? Okay, so that's another thing you can play with in your CHISAO. Okay, you're trying to confuse the brain, and while one thing's going on one side, another thing's going on another. Another way you can play with that is using hard hand, soft hand. Okay? Now here's an example of deception in Wing Chun and CHISAO. What I might do, for example, is I might apply a trap, okay, and then I give him a big threat, which is my back hand. He then reacts to, and then I make my this hand softer. So I give him a big threat, he reacts to that big threat. Because I've turned my lower hand off, I can now exploit that. Okay, leading the guy into traps. These are just little things you can play with in your CHISAO, okay? So now we'll just do some free rolling. And Andy's not going to be compliant. If he can hit me, he's going to hit me. That's it.